નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. હેલો સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ, this is part 3 of chapter 5, separation of substances, standard 6th science. By this time we are discussing the methods of separation, and in the last part we discussed about the method, those are hand picking and threshing. In this video we are going to discuss winnowing, in which there is activity 3. Let's see that. Make a mixture of dry sand with sawdust or powdered dry leaves. What you will do? You will do a mixture of dry sand, and with that you will mix sawdust or powdered dry leaves. Keep this mixture on a plate or a newspaper. Then what you will do? You will keep this mixture on a plate or a newspaper. Look at this mixture carefully. Can the two different components be made out easily? Are the sizes of particles of the two components similar? Would it be possible to separate the components by hand picking? What you will see? Whether both the components and the size of the particle are same or not. Generally, both components, the size of the component are same, isn't it? So it is not possible to separate them with the method of hand picking. So what you will do? Now take your mixture on an open ground and stand on a raised platform. You will take this mixture to an open ground and stand on a raised platform. कुछ जो ऊंचा प्लेटफॉर्म है, suppose you may stand on the chair also. Put the mixture in a plate or sheet of paper. Now already your mixture is in the plate, isn't it? So it is already in the plate. Hold the plate or the sheet of paper containing the mixture at your shoulder height. You will hold it at your shoulder height. Tilt it slightly so that the mixture slides out slowly. See, this is the method of winnowing. So you will underline from here. Take your mixture to an open ground. If you told that describe the method of winnowing, then you will write this. Take your mixture to an open ground and stand on a raised platform. Put the mixture in a plate or sheet of paper. Hold the plate or the sheet of paper containing the mixture at your shoulder height. Tilt it slightly so that the mixture slides out slowly. So what is tilt? Actually, if there is a plate, then how you will take it to make something into a position with one side higher than the other side. What you will do? You will keep the plate somehow in that position so that one end is higher than the other. Okay, and because of that, what will happen? So that the mixture slides out slowly. What happens? Do both the components, sand and sawdust or powdered leaves, fall at the same place? Is there a component that blows away? Did the wind manage to separate the two components? Actually, what happens when both the components will fall down, then because of the wind, one of the component that is not heavier will go away because of the wind, and the heavier component, that is sand, will come down at the same place. Okay, let's see next one. This method of separating components of a mixture is called winnowing. Winnowing is used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture by wind or by blowing air. So here you will underline that winnowing is used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture by wind or blowing air. So when there is a mixture of two components in which one of them is heavier and another one is lighter component, at that time you can use winnowing, the method of winnowing. So here also you will underline. Okay. This method is commonly used by farmers to separate lighter husk particles from heavier seeds of grain. Who use this method? It is used by farmers to separate what? To separate lighter husk particles from heavier seeds of grain. We will see this figure 5.5 after a while. Let's discuss this one. The husk particles are carried away by the wind. So when there is wind is blowing, then what will happen? The husk particles, which are lighter, so the husk particles are carried away by the wind. The seeds of grain get separated and form a heap near the platform for winnowing, and the seeds of grain are heavier, so that it will get separated and form a heap near the platform for winnowing. The separated husk is used for many purposes, such as fodder for cattle. This separated husk is used for many purposes, and one of them is fodder for cattle. So what is fodder? Let's see. See, fodder, the food that is given to farm animal. Okay, that is fodder. See, here a lady is there. This is a process of winnowing. See, she stand on the stool, and the soup. In the soup there is the components, and it is at her shoulder height. Okay, and she tilted the soup, so that what happened? See, because of the blowing of air, the grain particles which are heavier, that is why here there is a heap of the grain near the stand, and the husk particle which are lighter, and because of blowing of air it will go away from the grain. Okay, and hence husk particles and grain will get separated. Direction of air, this is the direction of air in which husk particle are going away from the grain. I hope you must have got this idea. Now there is another method, that is sieving. Sometimes we may wish to prepare a dish with flour. Sometimes we may wish to prepare a dish with flour. We need to remove impurities and bran that may be present in it. So if we are preparing a dish of flour, then what we will do? We must remove the impurities, isn't it? And bran that may be present in it. So what is bran? Bran, the outer covering of grain that is separated when making with flour. Actually, bran is outer covering of grain. In Gujarati, we used to say thulu. Okay. Sieving allows the fine flour particles to pass through the holes of the sieve. What sieving? Because of sieving, it allows the fine flour particles to pass through the holes of the sieve, while the bigger impurities remain on the sieve, isn't it? So it will get separated. In the flour mill, impurities like husk and stones are removed from the wheat. First of all, what will happen? What will they will do? The impurities like husk and stones are removed from the wheat. Then before grinding it, usually a bag full of wheat is poured on a slanting device. This sieving removes pieces of stones, stalk, and husk that may still remain with wheat after threshing and winnowing. So actually what happens, first of all they used to thresh, isn't it? Then after they will go for winnowing. Still some particles of husk or stalk must be there, है ना? And to remove that they used to go for sieving. Here you can see the process of sieving. See, this is a sieve, okay, and this is a process of sieving. You may have also noticed similar sieves being used at construction sites to separate pebbles and stones from sand. Actually in the sand there is to be pebbles and stone in it, but they need fine particles of sand. That is why they used to go for sieving. See, there is an activity, that is activity 4. Bring a sieve and a small quantity of flour from home to the class. Sieve the flour to separate any impurities in it. Now make a fine powder of chalk pieces and mix it with flour. First of all, what we will do, we will go for sieving. So fine particles of that flour will remain. Then what we will do, make a fine powder of chalk pieces and mix it with the flour. So now both the particles are of same size, that is flour and of that fine particles of chalk. Can we separate the flour and powdered chalk by sieving? No, it is not possible. Why? Because both the particles are of same size. Sieving is used when components of a mixture have different sizes. So when sieving is used when components of a mixture have different sizes. So here you will underline. Sieving is used when components of a mixture have different sizes. At that time sieving is used. Here you can see there is a figure 5.7. Pebbles and stones are removed from sand by sieving. See here, this much bigger sieve is there, and with the process of sieving it is possible to remove pebbles and stones which are of bigger size than the sand, and hence it is removed from sand by sieving. So with this we are ending this part, and in the next part we will discuss some other techniques or methods of separation. Okay, thank you for joining us. Take care of yourselves and we'll meet you in the next session. Thank you.